Alright, let's give Friday's Daily Puzzle on chess.com a shot. This is called Free Queen. It's black to move. Give the video a pause and try it yourself if you feel like it. Alright, so it would appear that there's a free queen here. But if I take the queen and white takes my bishop, then this becomes pretty scary. And even if that doesn't lead to checkmate, which it might not, the title is seeming to indicate that there's something better than taking the queen. So let's investigate that. So what do I have for checks in this position? Not very many. I think these two queen moves are my only checks. I'm seeing that if I sacrifice my queen and the king takes, then this comes with check, but I also lose a queen. So if I don't see an immediate checkmate, I don't really see why that would be useful. The king kind of has a lot of moves. I must take this queen, right? Then my knight coordinates with my queen. Like, that looks great. Like, that's checkmate. So there's no way white has time to take my bishop. So if I take here, if white doesn't make a move, this is mate. So, like, what is white's response, actually, after I do this? Oh, wait, this is mate, isn't it? Okay, so this, yeah, I can't take. Okay, there is a checkmate there. You can sacrifice the rook, because after bishop takes, this is just checkmate. The other rook comes in, protected by the bishop. Okay, so I do have to do something to prevent that from happening. So maybe it is this. Then I just win the bishop. That wins me the bishop. Is that good enough? What's the material count? Yeah, we each have 3 pieces, 2 rooks, and a queen. So that's probably, that could be it. So if I sack the queen first, I guess you don't have to take that, but if you do take, then I take the queen right back, and then I'm forking the bishop. So is that the point? Kind of a tricky checkmate sequence with the rook sack here after my knight moves out of the way for white. I mean, I guess it's worth considering what happens if the king doesn't take. Oh, no, the king has to take. Yeah, because the bishop has these. So the king is forced to take that. All right, is that it? Sack the queen? Win a bishop? Cool. All right, let's run that back. All right, interesting one on a Friday. The title is relatively telling. Makes you question the fact that there's a free queen, because it does appear that there's a free queen here. The problem is that white has a pretty tasty little checkmate sequence where you can sacrifice the rook, and the bishop is absolutely going to have to take that. The problem is that this bishop, after my knight moves out of the way, sees this square, so the other rook would come in, and this is checkmate. So if I take the queen immediately, I get checkmated. So the point is that I sacrifice my queen first, and the king's trapped, so the king's going to have to take that queen. And once the queen arrives on this square, then I can take this queen with check and fork the bishop. So I end up trading queens to win this bishop, which is really threatening my position. And then I'm just going to be up a bishop, and this threat in the corner isn't such a big deal anymore because my bishop has it covered. So sack the queen, king takes, fork the king and the bishop after taking the queen back, and win myself a bishop, dude, and that's pretty chill. There it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.